The idea of building a museum for the Santa Ynez Band of Chumash Indians began some 40 years ago. In the mid-1970s, a Tule op was built to showcase Chumash artifacts and replications. In 1977, the tribe applied for its Flores adobe to be registered as a historic place, with the intent of restoring it as a tribal museum. But just over a decade ago, the real momentum began. The tribe submitted an application to place its 6.9-acre parcel across from the reservation into federal trust for the purpose of building a museum on the land. While the tribe waited for the long federal trust process, Kathleen Conti was hired as Director of Museum Programs, Research, Resources. Also, a 14-member Museum Advisory Committee was appointed to begin working with Kathleen on the process of creating a tribal museum. The team began building a growing collection of artifacts and replications, and in 2014, when the Bureau of Indian Affairs officially placed the land into federal trust, the tribe hired renowned architects Jones & Jones to begin plans for the tribal museum.
They've waited a long time for this. The elders in the community really want to see this built and see it happen so that their grandkids and other people in the community can learn more about them.
The 15,000-square-foot museum is being designed with the surrounding community in mind.
Santa Ynez is a small community, and it's got wonderful little buildings in it, and so we tried to keep everything at small scale to fit that, so it works with that existing character.
Elements of Chumash culture will surround visitors as they progress through the museum. The journey begins at the Welcome Gallery. Its design influenced by the Tule op.
It's the welcome place. It's where the visitors come in and immediately they feel this is different than what we've ever seen before. And that's an important thing in their culture, is to welcome visitors. Secondly is the permanent exhibit gallery. That's where their message that spans thousands of years will be told. So that's an important place where people in this area can learn about their rich heritage. And another structure that's there is a classroom. So they can tell stories to kids. It has a shape that is reflective of the ancient Chumash structures.
Other spaces include a gathering house, amphitheater, and lush gardens that help visitors learn about the sustainability and balance that have played important roles in Chumash culture for generations. Getting to this point has taken significant research by both the Museum Advisory Committee and the John Paul Jones team. The committee visited museums and viewed collections across the U.S., including the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C.
Visiting all these different museums helped us create this unique vision and appreciate the cultural history that our people had.
Research is ongoing. It's been shared with us by the community and the museum people. They've been very open, and what it does for me and my team as architects is it allows us to do something that's much more relevant to their culture.
John Paul Jones and his team have begun construction drawings, which will take approximately 6 months to produce. Then, the team will continue to move forward to build this wonderful museum.
There's been a lot of hard work, many hours given to this museum, and I really appreciate our tribal leadership for bravely and boldly making this project a reality for our people and for our future generations.
The Chumash have been here almost 9,000 years. That's nearly 350 generations. And there are plenty of stories to share with all who will enter the new museum.
The Chumash are really a wonderful people. They've been in this valley for thousands of years. They worked with the land, they worked with nature, and there's some things we can learn from these ancient cultures that are very helpful.
The idea of walking through the front door with my grandchildren holding my hand, that's probably going to be the best experience, knowing that this museum was created for them and for other families here that don't know too much about what it is to be Chumash, and I hope that they're going to take away something that's going to give them identity.